Hi there, welcome to a very special reviewed and ranked edition focusing on Umbrella Entertainment. I got some films for them, some I'm very excited about, and so let's just drive right into it. And first off is the Proposition starring Guy Pearce and Ray Winstone. So basically, in this one here, he gives the, he's given the literal quote unquote proposition. It's basically in order to save his younger brother, who is facing the noose, the hangman from the gallows. He is told by the sheriff there in the Outback base. I think it's the sheriff. I think that's what we say. That he has to track down and kill his much more volatile and violent older brother. So how does that turn out? How does that work out? Well, trust me, check it out yourself. Guy Pearce, Ray Winstone, Danny Huston, John Hurt, David Wenham, and Emily Watson. Fantastic cast. Feature-wise on here, we get a making of featurette inside the Proposition featurettes, deleted scenes, stills gallery, audio interview with the costume designer Margaret Wilson, which kind of makes sense because this is a period piece. Audio interview with soundtrack composer Warren Ellis. And I have not listened to that one yet, but I wonder, Warren Ellis. I'm a comic guy, so when I see the name Warren Ellis, I'm wondering, hey. So as you can see, right here is the Australian logo that's on a lot of these, but you can switch it around and no logo, so you can get it without the logo on it if you so desire. Well, I don't have a lot of stuff from Australia. I know over there you guys are probably like, oh, I hate the logo. Here it's like, wow, this is from Australia. This is kind of cool. I kind of want to see the logo. I know, I'm weird that way. All right. So next up, we are looking at the very first 4K that was put out by Umbrella Entertainment, and it's a cool one. It is a really cool film. It won Oscars, man, and sometimes you get Oscar films, you're like, yeah, but that's not really a film I'm going to revisit. This is one that I do revisit, and it is Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. You know what it is? I bet you do. It is Whiplash. Whiplash is a fantastic film. And that it's a bit heartbreaking. It's more than a bit heartbreaking. This is the first 4K put out by Umbrella Entertainment. I haven't got to dive into this one yet because I have seen Whiplash a few times, but I do want to do a review on this one on its own. So that's why I'm not going to go too much into this one right now. But so excited, and I got to say, I've worked with companies before where they put out like 4K releases, and then they send me the Blu-ray release like in lieu of the 4K, so which doesn't give you the actual ability to like, okay, I'll put this in my 4K player and actually review the 4K disc of it. Umbrella's the first company that I've worked with that have actually sent me the 4K edition so that I can actually review the right copy. So there you go. That I actually am very impressed with that. Here's one that I am extremely impressed with, and I'm so glad I finally got one of these. I want to go back and buy the rest of these actually. And this is an Australian label. Well, Umbrella's an Australian label, but this is a really Australian sub-label of Umbrella Entertainment, and this is the Sunburnt Screens. They've been putting out some really great stuff on the Sunburnt Screens releases. Some very, very, really cool, sexy releases. This is Breaking Morant. We got Edward Woodward, Jack Thompson, I think Brian Brown. Yeah, Brian Brown in this one as well. This is a movie I watched quite a bit, but I want to dive into the features on this one here because that's what really is killer for me on this one because I like this movie. I like this movie a lot actually. It can be a bit rough, but I mean that in the good way. But we get an all-new commentary with the director and producer and actors Jack Thompson and Brian Brown. There's an all-new Breaking Morant, The Retrial. Wow. A feature-length documentary. Edward Woodward audio interview. As you can see, I haven't looked at the features yet. I've only looked at the films themselves. The Breaker documentary, The Myth Exposed, director's postscript, photo slideshow, photo gallery, HD trailer, US trailer. Super stoked. I'm probably going to do a single review on this one as well because I got a feeling this is one that deserves it. And where I have seen the film, there's just too many features for me not to actually kind of dive into it on its own. Or this is kind of reviewed and ranked. This is, these are quick reviews. And some of these here, I honestly think that they deserve a deeper dive. So they will be getting deeper dives. So watch out for that. It might take me a bit because I got to get through all these features, but there's such great stuff. And speaking of which, there are new Ozploitation classics that I got in my hand right now. I could not be more excited for a release. This is a double feature, and not just a double feature like two movies like slapped on one Blu-ray. They didn't do that. It is two Blu-ray. It's a two Blu-ray set, and it is a classic film. Oh, God, I love this song. The 1978 version of Patrick by Richard Franklin. Rest in peace. Of course, Richard Franklin would go on to do movies like Road Games and of course Psycho 2. The guy should have had a bigger career than he had. He is so good. And Mark Hartley remade Patrick. What year did he remake? Was that 2013 somewhere? 2013. And a bloodier Patrick. No word of a lie. But this is loaded with features. So on the 1978 one, we get an auto commentary with director Richard Franklin, Not Quite Hollywood interviews with cast and crew, a coffee break with Anthony I. Giannan, archival on-site interview with Richard Franklin, 1981 interview with Franklin, where was it film featurette, excerpt from the dubbed U.S. version, that should be hilarious, U.S. trailer, TV spots, Patrick, Viva, and Cora trailer. Patrick, Viva, and Cora. Is that the trailer for Patrick Lives? Original theatrical trailer, Anthony I. Giannani trailer reel, still some poster gallery, and there's special features for the 2013 one. We get the audio commentary with director Mark Hartley, a writer Justin King, cinematographer Gary Richards, and actor Jackson Gallagher. The spit, the stunts, the sex, the gore featurette, cast and crew on set interviews, Mark and Gary's production diary, VFX before and after showcase, radio interview with director Mark Hartley, Phase 4 viral video, original theatrical trailer, stills, and poster gallery. And if that wasn't enough, when you go on the inside of this release, right here, you get the artwork for the original 1978 Patrick. Some people thought he was crazy. He appeared to be deaf, dumb, and blind. None of them knew of the sixth sense, the power of Patrick's mind. And on the back, you get looks like an Asian poster for the remake. So that is super stoked and cool. And when you look on the inside of it, you can see you've got the original Patrick right here. You can tell. And you have the remake of Patrick. I love the fact that they actually don't they don't go and say, okay, here you go, this is no. They don't have the plaster Patrick right on the disc, the name Patrick, 1978 Patrick, because you can just tell by looking at the film which one is which. There is some neat artwork on the back here. I gotta be careful with make sure I can show this. Yeah, I can. So again, another one that I am gonna have to give a single review to. So we got some stuff here that has gone beyond my regular reviewed and ranked, where I just give a small review and I rank them. I will give a ranking for these here right now. But that being said, the very cool thing about this is I can tell you right now that at least three of these here are going to get separate reviews because I am that excited about these here releases. And I will be watching these over the weekend. So in fourth place, and it's hard to put one in fourth place because I'm liking all this stuff, we got the Proposition with Guy Pearce, which is a very cool film. In third place, I can't believe I'm putting this in third place, but there's just so much there. I guess Whiplash for right now, but this again will get its own review. 4K, super stoked to see this one. In second place is Breaking Morant, a Sunburnt Screens release. I'm so stoked to check this out, especially now that I know that there's like a feature-length documentary on here, and there's another documentary aside from the feature-length documentary. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Super excited about this release, and I do love that. Like, you get the unadulterated artwork on the inside, and you get like art on the back, as opposed to like on here you just get the what's on the film. You get artwork on the back, so you can turn it around. You got like artwork on both sides of the disc. That is brilliant. I love the way this is done. They don't get gaudy with like putting Breaking Morant right there, like, oh look, you gotta be able to see it. They actually give you like a picture disc, and I actually appreciate that moreover than getting something like just the maybe just the name stuff. And in first place, without hesitation for me, because I just love this film so much. And the remake is cool too. But I gotta revisit the remake. It's been a while, because I watched this and I watched part of the remake, and I said okay, I got a feel for it. I remember what it's like, but I want to go through it again. I want to go through the features as well. And yeah, I'm super stoked to rewatch these, because Charles Dance. I love Charles Dance. So number one, it is Patrick, the double disc set, 2 Blu-rays. Not, by the way, not a Blu-ray and a DVD. 2 Blu-rays, one with Patrick and all the features on it, and one with the remake of Patrick with all the features on it. So you are not going to be getting a featureless or 2 movies packed onto one disc so that you can put a DVD as a second disc. No, you get a Blu-ray for each one of those films, for Patrick and for Patrick 2013. It's one heck of a slate of releases, and this isn't everything that came out. This is the stuff that was sent my way, and I'm so excited about these releases. It seems like every month that Umbrella keeps topping themselves. It'll be interesting to see, and I do know it's coming, but I can't tell you guys yet. And in the next batch of Arrow releases. So unlike the before when I did a reviewed and ranked, and I just did a reviewed and ranked, there you're going to see a review for Breaking Morant, a review for Patrick double feature, the 2 Blu-ray set, and you'll get a review for Umbrella's Whiplash, their very first 4K. So I'm very excited to dive into that and see their first 4K release. See if they've done like a new scan, or did use a scan that was used already. Either way, I know it's a really good scan out there, so it should be fun. And either way, it's an excuse for me to rewatch Whiplash and have my soul crushed a bit. But it's that film. It gets to you, and it's just such good performances. Anyway, there you go. I am Aaron. This has been reviewed and ranked, and this has been, I guess, the first reviewed and ranked like in a while that's actually going to spawn other reviews, like more in-depth reviews, and I'm kind of excited about that. So I'll see you here again next time in the Movie Library, because right here in the middle of a heat wave, I had to turn up my fan for a bit so I wouldn't get too noisy. There's always another movie. Talk to you soon.